Bradley Manning, as far as I'm concerned, is the most significant resistor from within the military during the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He did something special. Other soldiers have resisted, like I've said, by refusing to go back, refusing to fight. This guy had access to information, and that hundreds of thousands of other people had in the US system, right? And he saw the information that became the Afghan war diaries, the Iraq war logs, the collateral murder video in Cablegate. And he noticed that what was going on in Iraq and Afghanistan was not the work of a few bad apples, as our governments try and tell us. It is systematic. The torture, the killing is systematic. It's part of the program. Now, Bradley could have just sat there on that information and got on with his job, said yes to his officers and just carried on making up intelligence reports from them, but he decided to do something about it. He decided to leak that stuff, and we know now that Manning has admitted to being the person who leaked that stuff, so we can say that freely. And as a result of that, all of us, soldiers included, have a much clearer impression about what war is really like. The collateral murder video says it all, really, when you see the casual nature of the killing, the callousness, as Mike said, of the radio talk that's going on. You know when they say that they've wounded the kids and they say it's their fault for bringing them to a battlefield. This place is their home.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys that resisted the war in Iraq and Afghanistan have been persecuted. Mike Lyons did a few months in prison, Joe Glenton, Malcolm Kendall Smith, they all spent time in prison. In the States, Camille Mejia and other guys have all spent a long time in prison. However, the persecution that is being meted out on Manning goes much further than this. He's already been in prison for 3 years awaiting trial. In the meantime, whilst he's been in prison, they've had these pre-motion hearings, right, where they've basically made sure that the case is set. There's no room to move. What's going to happen is he's going to be found guilty, maybe of aiding the enemy, and face life in prison. And the reason they're persecuting him so badly is because they know that he's been the most effective resistor throughout this war. Other people will speak later about all the great stuff that we know as a result of Manning. Well, not great stuff, but all the stuff we know that has helped us as a result of Manning. So I'm not going to go into that now. But I'm just going to, talk a bit more about resistance in the military. It's our duty, if you consider yourself at all anti-war, to try and recognise when guys are resisting from within the military. Not to look at what they're doing cynically, but to recognise it. And once we've recognised it, we need to start supporting these guys. Whether that's writing letters to them in prison, or raising money for their families so they can come and visit them, or holding stuff in the street so people know about them. We need to start supporting these people who are resisting wars. And we also need to celebrate these people. These people should be our heroes. Mike Lyons, Camille Mejia, Bradley Manning, they should be our heroes. Their pictures should be everywhere. And if we do this, if we recognise, support and celebrate, we will encourage more resistance from within the military, and we will stop these wars. Free Bradley Manning!
Free Bradley Manning!